wind howled through the frozen landscape, a relentless force that cut through even the thickest layers of clothing. The highway stretched ahead, an endless ribbon of ice and shadow. For Ethan Walker, a long-haul trucker with too many miles behind him and too many ghosts in his past, it was just another lonely drive. But fate had a way of setting new paths, even on the coldest nights. A flash of movement caught his eye, a figure huddled on the side of the road. At first, he thought it was a bundle of discarded clothing, but as his headlights cut through the darkness, he saw her. A mother dog, golden fur matted with frost, curled tightly around her whimpering puppies, her body shielding them from the relentless cold. They were barely moving. His fingers clenched the steering wheel. He had places to be, deadlines to meet. A lifetime on the road had taught him to mind his own business. Keep driving, let someone else deal with it. But then, a whisper from his past drifted into his mind. His sister's voice, soft but firm. The measure of a person isn't in their words, Ethan. It's in what they do when no one is watching. The truck rumbled to a stop. With a heavy sigh, he grabbed his flashlight and stepped into the biting wind. The snow crunched beneath his boots as he approached. The mother dog lifted her head weakly, deep brown eyes locking onto his. There was no aggression, no fear, just exhaustion and a desperate hope. Puppies shivered, tiny bodies barely visible in the drifts of snow. "All right, girl," Ethan muttered. "Let's get you out of here." He wrapped the puppies in his jacket first, their tiny forms barely warming the fabric. Then, with careful hands, he lifted the mother. She was lighter than she should have been, far too thin, but she didn't resist. She simply sighed, as if surrendering to whatever fate had in store. Back in the truck, he cranked up the heater, placing the pups carefully in the passenger seat. The mother curled around them, her shivering easing slightly. He hesitated, then reached over and scratched behind her ears. "You need a name," he murmured. "How about Hope?" The dog blinked slowly, and for the first time in years, Ethan felt something shift in his chest. The highway stretched on, but Ethan's thoughts were tangled. He knew he couldn't keep them, but he also couldn't abandon them. As he pulled into a dimly lit gas station, a familiar voice called out, "Ethan Walker, what kind of trouble did you drag in this time?" It was Claire Dawson, the station owner. Her sharp blue eyes softened as she spotted the dogs. "Oh, Ethan, tell me you didn't find them out there." "I did, and I think someone left them on purpose." Claire's face darkened. "You hear about those abandoned dogs last month? Same breed, same condition. They keep showing up near the old highway. Something's not right." A slow chill crept up Ethan's spine, one that had nothing to do with the cold. "You think someone's dumping them? Not just dumping." Claire ran a hand over the mother's frost-covered fur. "They might be running something illegal. A breeding operation, the kind that doesn't care about what happens to the ones that don't make the cut." Before Ethan could respond, the distant growl of an engine made them both turn. A sleek black SUV idled near the edge of the lot. Its tinted windows reflected the dim station lights. Watching, waiting. "Ethan," Claire murmured, voice tight. "That car's been around before." A warning prickled at the back of his neck. Something wasn't right. He wasn't just dealing with abandoned dogs. He was stepping into something much darker. The SUV suddenly accelerated, tires crunching against the frozen pavement as it disappeared into the night. Ethan exhaled slowly. "I need to find out where these dogs are coming from." "And what if you don't like the answer?" Claire asked. Ethan looked down at Hope. Her puppies curled safely at her side. He clenched his fists. Then someone has to stop them. What started as a simple act of kindness had turned into something much bigger. The past had taught Ethan to keep his head down, but this time he wouldn't walk away, because sometimes doing the right thing meant facing the darkness head on, and sometimes hope was found in the most unexpected places.